Good morning. We're back.
Morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We made it.
Yes, we did.
Congratulations, everybody. It's the king and queen of some media, Melz of the M.I.C, Shani Scott, back for the new year with Shani and Melz in the morning on this new first day of 2021. We made it to a new year, y'all. Clap it up, please. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. I can't complain. I actually got some sleep after it was time to go to sleep
Wait,
because I had to work all night.
so did you make it to midnight?
Well, yeah, because I was working.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
was. Yeah, I was up. I had a church that I streamed their watch night service, and so I have the technology where I can. I mean, I have to go to their church physically at some point, and set everything up. But I can produce everything from home. I
Okay.
just send them a link. They click the link. Everything is already set up, and then I produce their service. So that's what I had to do
So you was working.
till
Well,
about 12:30. Yeah, I was working. I was getting a check, baby. I brought in a new year doing what? Getting paid.
see, that's why you don't need no New Year's resolution. Because the resolution is in full effect. We getting this bread in the new year. You know, what's going on? Happy New Year, Juan, my man at Everything Cajun Food Truck.
Everything Cajun. Where's the everything Cajun food truck?
They be
Where's
all
that?
they all over the place. They mainly housed in the CTX area, but they all over. You just go follow them on Facebook and you'll see where he at and all that other good stuff. Got some delicious fried ribs.
Oh wow! You
Yeah.
coming up to Dallas anytime? Speaking of everything Cajun, I got a surprise for you. Look, I'm supporting
I'm seeing that. I see that.
your city.
But you won't be with some winners. You know what I'm saying? You won't rock with the winners. See, the pretty girls love the Saints. But Saints fans are beautiful women. You notice that all the beautiful women, all the pretty girls, they love being Saints fans. And plus, our outfits are fire. You love black and gold. You can wear it with anything, unlike blue and white.
You talking
And
about the Cowboys?
you
You
know,
talking about the Cowboys? You can't talk about the Cowboys like that now.
well, I could talk about them because one team I know has been won their division 4 straight times in the last 4 years, and the other one still dreaming about Emmett and all the rest of them. Let me. But you with the right team. You rolling with the winners.
Wait a minute, they dreaming about Emmett. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're still dreaming about Emmett and Troy Aikman walking through that door to give them another Super Bowl, even though they ain't been,
Oh,
in 20 years. But you working with the winners, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You made the right choice. You want to roll with some winners, all right? That's who you want to be with. So be with the winners.
okay. Well, I just really wanted to match you today because I knew you was gonna have on something Saints. So I
Yeah,
said, well, I'll wear my Saints jersey, and
I appreciate.
that was one of my little resolutions to be more supportive of my friends. So I'm,
Well, yeah. I mean, I appreciate it. I feel special. I feel loved. I thank you. I thank you. And make that your New Year's resolution. The root for be with some winners this time.
root for the Saints. That's what I'm supposed to do this year. But don't y'all have that quarterback that said something crazy? Drew
We got
Brees,
him
is
right.
that his
We got
name?
him right. Hold on. We got him right now. We look. You can't go up in there in a room full of black teammates and talk that shit. They got his teammates got with him and got his mind right. So that's why we back winning. Yeah, 'cause
What they say?
look here, Drew. We ought to be the ones that's gonna be putting our black bodies in front of your white ass to keep you from getting hit by these court getting hit. So you might want to reassess your focus here and learn something here about the Black Lives Matter movement because these black lives is protecting your white ass. So that's they got with them, they got straight, they got that all squared away, and that's why we back winning.
Okay, and that's what they said.
I'm assuming that's what they said.
Who said that?
Probably between Demario Davis and Michael Thomas, the wide receiver. Because Michael Thomas even said it was like, nah, he capping. He said he went on Twitter. He went straight to Twitter and said, nah, Drew Brees capping. And they all had a meeting. They sat down and they talked about it before the season. And explained Drew Brees. This is what Black Lives Matter mean. This is what it's supposed to be. Because Drew Brees' whole thing was, my grandfather served in the military. Therefore, I would never find kneeling acceptable or patriotic. Well, bitch, my grandfather served too, and so did my granddad, and said my dad served too. And you know what happened while Drew Brees' grandpappy came home from the war? He got everything under the sun. He got housing. He got everything under the sun. What the black grandfathers, your granddaddies was getting? Still hell in this country.
Absolutely,
So
yeah. Because my granddaddy did World War II. He fought in World War II,
and
and
came
and
home and
and,
still
and
got treated
fought
like
in
right,
World War II. And
right.
my daddy served in Vietnam.
Thank you. But Drew Brees got smoked because just because your grandfather served. Well, my grandfather served too. And America still treated them like shit when they came home after they doing all that. So there's some lessons and like I said, a lot of people got in Drew Brees' ear about that, and they fixed that problem, and that's why we back heading into the playoffs once again. But enough
Oh,
about football.
y'all heading to the playoffs?
Yes, we are the 4-time division NFC division champions,
I
baby.
mean, I don't know. I don't watch football.
Well, pay attention then. If you want to be rocking the winners, you got to know what's going on with the winners. Now
Okay.
we in the playoffs again. We in the playoffs
So the
once
playoffs have started.
next week. This Sunday is the final Sunday of NFL action. Everybody is playing this Sunday.
Okay.
Every NFL team is playing this Sunday. This is the last game of the regular season,
Hmm.
and playoff seeding will be determined. All that stuff. So the playoffs start next week. All that good
But
stuff.
the Saints have. So what you're saying to me is the Saints have won every game this year.
Not every game, but they are in the playoffs. They have booked. They
Oh,
don't
you don't have to win every game to be in the
have to win
playoffs.
every game. You don't have to win every game. You don't
Oh,
have to.
okay.
But we here. We in the playoffs.
See, I
Shout out.
get confused because it's like it's certain games y'all have to win, or the team have to win to be the division champion,
Yes.
and
All that's going
it's
on this
like,
week. Yes. Yes. You
but
have
I don't understand how. So then, why do y'all just don't play like a tournament? Like in basketball, it's a bracket,
that's
and
what the
this team
playoffs
play
are
this
for.
team, and then two teams get together. Maybe if they explain it like that better. I don't know. I guess
That's
it's
what
the
the
same
playoffs
thing.
are for. That's what the playoffs are for. The regular season determines where you will play in the playoffs if you have a winning record. And then the playoffs are the tournament that you're talking about to determine who's going to be the champion. So, that is what it is. So the Saints are already booked. Green Bay is in. Seattle is in. Dallas still might get in depending on what happens on Sunday.
Who
Uh,
do they play
I
Sunday?
don't, I don't. I think they. I don't know who they play, but if I'm not mistaken, Dallas has to win, and then I think Washington and a bunch of other teams have to lose, and then Dallas could get into the playoffs.
See,
So
that's too much. Ain't nobody got time to keep up with this team lose, this team lose.
that's why we watch the football. That's for us to keep up with.
Okay.
But how?
Well, we do have an event coming up for Super Bowl,
No
so
doubt.
hopefully your Saints will be there, and we have the Tackles for Cancer Top Golf Tournament coming up.
Yep.
And we want y'all. It's in Dallas.
Right.
We want you guys to come out, have some fun, social distancing while supporting a beautiful cause.
No doubt. And what's the date on that again? Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Super Bowl Sunday. So it is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you come support the cause, and then you go watch the game.
No doubt.
You come eat. Your entry fee is like $50 a person. That includes your food. We ain't paying for your alcohol. Get your own alcohol, but that's your food. And because typically when you go to Top Golf, it's like $40 an hour. So
Absolutely.
$50 for 3 hours, and you're supporting a cause, a good cause. Big shout out to Top Golf Dallas because they really went out of their way to help us put this together to raise funds for cancer patients who need rides to their treatment.
No doubt, no doubt. So be on the lookout for that, and come join us for that because I'm gonna try to be out there myself. If the Saints make it to the Super Bowl, I might be too drunk to make it to the house. I don't know. I might be too drunk to make it out there. I don't want to be flipping over. Look, I ain't gonna be able to play no golf if we play for the Super Bowl. We gonna be acting a fool. But okay, now we talking. It's New Year's Day. New Year's Day in the United States and all over the world. Happy New Year to everybody. What are your resolutions? What are we looking forward to changing in 2021? Because the very definition of a resolution is to solve a problem again. So what problems are we? If you look at the word resolution,
We need a resolution. Aaliyah did a whole song about it.
what are your resolutions for this year? Shani, do you have any resolutions this year? Is there anything you like to change in 2021 that you didn't get a chance to change in 2020?
I don't do resolutions. I'm of the belief of, you just change when it's time to change. We ain't gotta wait to the end of the year or the top of the year to do this. Just make the change when it's time to make the change. The only thing that let's see, what don't I want to take into 2020? I mean, I'm always about improvement.
Hmm.
I think I'm about that to a flaw because some people say, "Oh, you try to make it too perfect." I can't say that I'm gonna change that. I might consider it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell people you like Shani Scott and you
Yeah.
want Shani Scott on your team because I am that way.
Right.
It's just when you got to deal with it one on one, and I'm like, okay, this is what it is. Then it becomes a problem.
So you think that's work that needs to be changed?
No, I don't think it needs to be changed. I don't
Oh,
think it needs to be changed. What I do is I'll try to. I mean, well,
yeah.
you know how I am.
Well,
So,
the audience don't know why. That's why
but
these questions. The audience don't know.
I think over the years, I've gotten more. I can't really say sympathetic, but I've learned better ways to say what it is I'm trying to express. Would you agree? No.
What?
No, you don't think so? You don't think I've matured just a little bit in how I
You
communicated?
you have because
Just a little bit because I'm so raw, like the truth. It's like I'll say the truth. But on the flip side, I want somebody to be that truthful with me too.
absolutely.
And it doesn't bother me. It's like I'm trying to be, you always want to be the best you can be. So
You know
I don't
what?
know.
I think you're doing a better job of holding it in. That's why
Me
I think.
right now.
Yeah, for now, I think you're doing a better job of holding it in and not letting it fly like you used to. You used to let it just fly. You would let it fly.
Hmm.
But now I think you did a better job of holding it in. I think we seen this yesterday when we did the show yesterday. You was about to say something. I had to call you out. Come on, Kalita, say it, say it. You hit the pause button for me. I was like, Still there. So it's still there. I was like, it's still there.
It's still
I think
there.
you did
Yeah.
a better job of
Controlling it.
yes, controlling it. That's better. That's a better term. But the rest of that, you just talking some happenstance and nonsense right now about. I did totally change. I did totally stop.
No, I didn't totally stop, but I had to realize everybody wasn't raised like me.
Absolutely.
And so the things that I was, that were done to me,
Hmm.
and not in a negative way. I don't think anything was negative. I thank God for being raised the way that I was, especially to be in the industry that I'm in, because you see so many people go sideways with it. And we talked about this last night on the Big Bing's Break Room show, the R. Kelly thing.
Right.
And I said, I had an encounter with R. Kelly
Right.
when I was 17.
Right.
And you know what? If I didn't have a fly mouth, he probably would have swooped us up and put us on that tour bus. But my mouth was something terrible to deal with because I was talking noise about my pen.
You and that Penn and R. Kelly story is endlessly fascinating. What else?
Yeah.
B?
But imagine if I wasn't that way and what would have happened. Hey, Byron.
Yeah.
Byron! Byron!
Speaking of what y'all was talking about on Big Bang's break room last night. What else did y'all have on the show last night? Because y'all was a pretty energetic show last night.
Oh yeah, we went through stuff that happened in 2020. So one of the big stories was Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion breaking the internet with the WAP song.
Mm, mm.
And I mean, when the song came out, it came out at a time where we had a lot of other things going on in the community.
Absolutely.
So it was just like, okay, listen, I understand what y'all doing over there, but ain't nobody got time for this right now. But I understand what y'all doing. I never had a problem with the song. I like Cardi B. I like Megan Thee Stallion. I've always liked Cardi B because I love her story. I love her story. I don't care I don't care about her background. I appreciate what she has taken her lemons and turned them into. I
Hmm.
appreciate that she don't sit up and complain and whine about what somebody has done to her or things that have happened to her in the past and why she can't do X, Y, and Z. So I appreciate her and I love her drive.
Right.
Okay. And listen, she making all that money. She can do whatever she want to do with her money. She
Because
ain't out here trying to hurt nobody. Megan Thee Stallion too. Listen, more power to you. And my mama like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B too.
But let's keep it 100 here. Everybody knows that the controversy surrounding WAP was all based to these dudes out here acting like they holier than thou all of a sudden and and upset because girls are making explicit rap music. But y'all ain't had no energy for the current number one hip hop song in the country right now by BRS Cash called Throat Baby. I don't
Right.
hear no complaining. I don't hear no bitching. I don't hear nobody talking about, oh, this song inappropriate. The man is talking about ejaculating down a girl's throat. But y'all was upset about these girls rapping about their wet ass punani. But y'all running around here singing about throat baby. I'ma put it on ya. Like really? But that goes back to what I was saying before when this whole controversy started about WAP. All y'all dudes are fake for that. Everybody who's upset and outraged about WAP was fake. You're fronting because
Yeah, I mean, cause all they did was talk
they
about what they got. I mean, them some grown women, you know.
They fronting. No, they fronting. They sat on their everybody sat on their hands and their knees and sat on their quiet when Two Live Crew was dropping all this music, when NWD was dropping all this music, when everybody was dropping all Snoop Dogg of all people even got himself involved talking about, oh ladies, y'all need to start carrying yourself. This motherfucker wrote a song called Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks. But all of a sudden now, all of a sudden, because you did one gospel album, all of a sudden, Snoop, you the pious this and the third. The boy,
Well, he might have had an awakening.
anybody had no awakening. He's still smoking weed, still out here doing shows, talking about he a pimp and all this other shit. But boys be lying. Boys be picking moments to front and virtue single.
Oh, so you think that he did that to try to? Well, I mean, I could see where that would help him keep his female audience by saying something like that. Yeah.
But Snoop came back and later said, that people took his words out of context. Yeah, we took it out of context because you was wrong for what you were saying. You know what you was wrong for what you were saying.
Hey, Kenya. Kenya C is on. She is the lead singer of Ions. If y'all
All
are
right.
looking for a band, even though the band you was with last night was hot, Jay,
We'll talk
but
about it.
if Kenya is the lead singer of Ion, so y'all follow her right now,
Right.
like her and all that, and book her band.
But
Happy
if
New
you
Year, baby.
happen to do your Kenya
Wait, Kenya is our radio sister. She used to this was my program director in 1997,
okay.
98, something like that, at KGGR, owned by Mortensen Broadcasting in Dallas, Texas. And yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff.
Let's just leave it at that.
Proud graduate of Dillard University. She's a mom,
Shout out to
wife, all that. Yeah,
shout out
she
to
went to
Derek.
Dillard. Hmm.
Shout out to DU. But yeah, that's what we're talking about though. The fake controversy that everybody had in 2020 over WAP. And like I said, the fact that y'all ain't saying nothing about BRS Cash and Throat Baby proves my point. Prove what I said when this whole controversy started. That it wasn't about the song and its material. Y'all upset because these are women.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it funky. Because as long as it's a boy, if it's a dude talking about it, you ain't got no problem with it. You
And it's
ain't
older men doing it too. And what I mean by older, I mean uh 30 and over, because around that time y'all start having problems in your area down there. And women, as they get older, become more they be ready to go. I'll say it
Nah,
like
y'all
that.
know y'all be good. Y'all know the older y'all get, the more lava y'all ready to go get. That's what
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then men can't keep up. So y'all popping all these the little pills. Somebody told me that it's a pill in the convenience store
nah, that
called something.
they got a whole bunch of them. They got extends. They got a whole bunch of it. And Bob is right because I don't play the song on my station, but that's the radio title for Throat Baby is Go Baby. That's the radio title for this song. So,
That's crazy. Y'all need to stop popping them pills. Y'all gonna have a heart attack. COVID ain't killing you. It's them pills you taking trying to keep up and trying to sex all these women. You can't slow down. You're old. Your little Peter can't handle nothing but one, and you trying to stick it in all these little holes that got all this stuff going on. You can't mix all them fluids like that.
No,
You know,
papi.
no,
no, just slow down, baby. You ain't got it, and then let me stop. Kenya says, I love WAP. It took me back to the days of Trina Foxy Brown and Queen B. Lil Kim. And then, we had the other girl, Kaya, with my neck, my back, my, and my, yeah, y'all ain't, man, these men be out here talking about what they can do. You are not 25. And then y'all put so much stuff in your body, foreign stuff, that it affects your penis. But most of y'all, the excitement is just the orgasm. Y'all can't make nobody have one for like 30 minutes. It only lasts a couple of seconds. And then you take that pill and then it's all ain't even natural. I'm just saying.
I'm starting. Oh, I love it. This is great.
I'm just saying.
Go in, sis. I ain't mad at you. Go in. Go in. Talk about Peter and his little Willie Eater. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, because I mean, ooh, y'all mad about WAP. You need a WAP. Well, most of y'all can't handle a WAP because if you get in the WAP, then automatically, I ain't never. No, you do this all the time, Joker. You ain't even. Oh.
Look, I ain't even gonna lie to you, Shani. Look, I ain't even gonna lie to you, Shani. I'll jump right back in it, and guess what?
And I do it again.
And I do it again. and I and I do it again.
Yes.
Look, we all have had our shortcomings in this world at some point in time. We all have fallen short of the glory of the Most High, but
Some more than others.
but look, I'll do it again. Ain't no shame in my game. Ain't no shame in my game. I do it again. Oh man, that's crazy. Nah, I'm with you on this one. Look, this is the Shotty I'm talking about. That's the one I like. That's the one I like. I don't know about this whole new 2021 Shiny talking about I'm gonna hold it in. No, you need to go off and tell these jokers about themselves. Because look, all these boys running around here acting like they strong like Brahma Bull and all the others. Look, we all have our shortcomings, gentlemen. Don't sit there in front. Ladies, don't let these boys front on you unless they coming straight out the pen, fresh out the pen. Because that's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. They fresh out the pen with it.
And the pen they been playing. Now the older I get, I'm learning that these men be playing with other people's booty and letting them play with theirs. And most of the men that's call themselves being straight are the ones that's on the bottom. They want somebody to stick something in their butt.
No, papi, no.
I'm just saying.
No, Poppy, no. Let's get off that topic now. We straying a little too far from the topic right there. But I'm just saying, like
Just
20.
be careful, ladies.
Now, all I'm saying was 2020. It was, a lot of people was faking the funk in 2020, especially when it came to music and things like that. The things that they chose to be outraged about. The fake. I'll call it fake outrage because the minute I see something like the current move in fake outrage this week, and that might be a segment we have to do this week in fake outrage. Is everybody in these stimulus checks? How everybody's complaining about folks doing what they want to do with their stimulus money and all this other stuff. What? Why is that a concern of how these folks are spending their money? Like if that's what they want to do with their money, that's what they're gonna do with their money.
Yeah, you can't tell me what to do with my money. And like the girl talking about y'all happy over $600. Girl, go sit down. And get out of my face. Go talk to you, the white girl with the privilege. So go talk to Congress and you get them to change it. Don't be telling me and my people about what we shouldn't be excited about. Good morning, Yusuf.
Good morning, Yusuf. Grand Rising to you, my brother. BOB saying he ain't tossing no salad. That's good to hear, BOB. That's good to hear. We don't need no only
salad on there.
Only salad you need to be tossing is with spinach and
The
blue
Cobb
cheese.
salad.
The Cobb salad. Shout out to Chick-fil-A. I might have to go pick that up today if they open. Is the Chick open today? It's a
Yeah, I
holiday.
think Chick-fil-A is open today.
It is a holiday. Anyway,
Or I don't know. Let me look
anyway.
up the app and see.
Oh, now you want to look at the app. This one ain't had the app. I was trying to tell her about the app. Shani goes to Chick-fil-A like 3 times, well, at least 4 times a week, and she ain't never had the app. And I had to tell her, like, you need to get on this app, sis. And she finally got it, and I hope she's getting some points for it.
Oh yeah, I made it to the. Let me see, where am I?
Probably made it to the red level already.
No, I didn't make it because I slowed down because I lost all that weight. I did the challenge, so I slowed down on it. But I am at this. I'm a silver member.
Well, you there? You almost there? So yeah, you got up that quick. Yeah, you working hard over there, getting up that quick. Another top story that was good. We talked about this yesterday on the show. We broke the news actually about Tyrese and his
Lord.
divorce. Damn, I forgot to hit the record button on the audio side, but we'll get into it. No doubt. Tyrese, dude, shut the fuck up, okay?
All the way up.
Now I want to rewind the tape on this before we get into this story because the first time me and you physically met in person was
at the Tyrese show. At the Valentine's thing
in San Antonio at the Alamo. It was about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I remember walking away from that show. We didn't hang out that night, but we were both pissed with that show that night because
oh my god, yes.
I mean, it was a great show. I mean, we had Jodeci on the bill. I think Jodeci was on there.
Well, we had Casey, JoJo, and Devontae.
That's correct. It wasn't all Jodeci. I think Dalvin was there in spirit. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
But Tyrese spent that whole show
talking.
He's just talking.
Was this the one? Did he have the white little fur coat on at this?
I think.
Was that at the Hoodie Awards?
No. I don't remember seeing a white coat. Okay. I just remember him not doing any songs and just talking most of the goddamn show. And I walked out. Me and my wife, I fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But Tyrese is back in the news again because he's back running his fucking mouth again, saying some dumb shit. It was announced that him and his wife got on Instagram together and announced that they were getting a divorce. And then Tyrese,
why did they get on Instagram and do this? It ain't nobody business.
That's the way you do things nowadays. That's what celebrities do nowadays. They think by posting it to their accounts personally, they're controlling the narrative and how we want to interpret the media instead of the media into us and the media interpreting what they're putting out there.
Well, we still interpret it because Eminem and Pat did that, and it's like, okay.
Well, in his post on Instagram, he claims that he couldn't be a good husband because he was never raised with a father. And he didn't have any idea on how to do these things. And the thing that got me pissed off about this whole situation is because now you got these stories from Breitbart. Breitbart is a right-wing conservative website that usually posts white supremacy nonsense and bullshit. But when I saw them post that story about Tyrese saying, oh, well, how can I ever be a good husband if I don't know what it is? You're reaffirming. When I saw them post that story, that tells me that they're trying to reaffirm the stereotype that black fathers are non-existent. And thanks to Tyrese, you're helping them with that narrative again, because you failed as a husband and a father doesn't mean that this is something prevalent in the black community. And that pisses me off to no end.
Right. Because there are plenty of good black men that know how to be fathers, that know how to be. Well, it really ain't even that they know, but they're willing to do what's necessary to stay there.
Fun fact.
They're willing to do what's necessary to make their relationship work. I mean, now I'm single. I was married. I'm divorced, but I'm not scarred to where I feel like all black men are trash. I mean, I'm not even saying that my kid's father, my ex-husband, is trash. I'm not saying that.
I heard that pause.
I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is
that pause. No. Pause for a second. That pause was hilarious because
y'all want a baby daddy update? No, this way. But there are plenty of good black men out there, and that goes to My point, because I get beat up a lot because I say I only date black men. That's all. That's what I want. I'm not saying there's something wrong with you.
Right.
If you won't date white men, Mexican, I'm not saying that. If you a black man, you got a white woman. Listen, more power to you. I don't care. I'm just talking about me because I believe in us, and I
Right.
do believe that there is plenty of good black men out there. That's crazy to think that all you
No,
know.
it's reaffirming a stereotype that has already been disproven by the Centers of Disease Control. The CDC, your own government CDC has put out a study that says black fathers are more involved in their kids' life than any
Oh
other racial group in America.
yeah,
This has been disproven several times over. So for Tyrese to sit here and try to say, well, because I didn't get raised right, don't none of us have the blueprint. Can you go into a store today? Can you go in your local Barnes and Noble and go pick up a manual that says how to be a great black father or how to be a great black husband? Can you go
that
get
I think I ought to write that book. That might be
like
good.
that? You might want to get to work on that because clearly there's a market for this. Apparently,
Mm.
we'll let some people tell it. Nobody knows how to be a great husband when they get married or a wife. And if they are, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. Nobody knows.
Because
Nobody knows how to be a perfect parent. We all make mistakes. We're learning this. Everything that we do in these lifetime commitments are done by trial and error. That's what it comes down to. So for Tyrese to sit here and keep putting up with that bullshit is upsetting to me because you're reaffirming a stereotype that is false about us in the black community, and
absolutely.
you should know better but because Hollywood and skewed your mind up. It's something you said, Shani, about uh,
Tyrese.
yeah, something you said about Tyrese about you know how to get the women, you know how to get to the puss, but you don't want to do what you need to do to keep it.
Yeah, he just Tyrese is just
Come on, say it. Don't do this to me now. Look, you on this new year. I told you I can't. I'm already not liking this new year, new me, Shiny Sky with this resolution about I'm not gonna hold it. Now I need you to say that shit. Say that shit.
he just needs to. Me personally, I think a lot of men go after
The wrong things.
they go after the wrong thing,
You're absolutely right. We
and
look at
it's
the wrong things.
because his wife. See, this is the thing that Tyrese didn't understand.
Mhm.
When he hooked up with this lady, which I don't think she's black, I'm not really sure what she is, but she definitely doesn't look black.
Her name's Samantha.
And it's not because she's not black, but she had a full career. She don't need you, bro. Yeah, you might have more money than her, but the career, she's a lawyer or something. She or in politics something, but she has a good, steady, solid career. So, fellas, when you are going after a woman that don't need you financially,
Hmm.
it's just some bullshit we ain't got to put up with.
Right.
And it'll be like, you know what? I ain't got to do this because for you, it's about 10 other ones that's trying to holler at me, but I just done kept it on the back burner and ain't entertained that because I'm trying to work this out with you. So it's not about the money, it's about what can you give me that money can't buy.
Hmm.
Probably for her, that's probably what I know. For me, that's what it is. I don't need you to buy me nothing.
Right.
I don't need you to buy me nothing. I have bought me everything that I want. I can buy my daughters whatever they want. What can you give me and my daughters that money can't buy?
It's more than that though, but I think again, dudes, especially single dudes, because I was guilty of this as well. We were looking for the wrong things. We're looking for the aesthetic, the beauty. You know what I'm saying? But you notice you notice we love to talk about how beautiful you are and how gorgeous you are and how fine you are and how sexy you are and all that other stuff. But we can't handle the deeper parts of y'all in a lot of situations. You've seen this several times over.
Right. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you like that. You like the girl you hear on the radio.
Well, I cut this mic off though.
But when you get to know me, it's different because I mean, there's substance there, and I think I don't know Tyrese. I don't know his wife, but I mean I can see that being an issue. Tyrese does have a bit of an ego.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably a little spoiled
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it seems like the older men get the most spoiled they are. Oh my
But
god.
there's also this too with Tyrese. People who were raised in show business, like Tyrese. He came on the scene when he was a teenager. Like, when he was still young, when he was doing that Coca-Cola commercial on the bus
Mhm.
and all that shit. Uh, they have a skewed perception of reality in the first place. Like you see Lil Wayne, you see these in Michael Jackson, you see these in these people that we watch grow up before our eyes. They have when real life shit hits them, they don't know how to handle it. Bow Wow, like we said, these are examples of people we watch growing up, and when they get into the real world and they have to deal with real life shit, they don't know how to handle it because their perception of the world has been skewed because of their celebrity, and that's what I'm.
I don't think it's just a celebrity because there's some people that we know that have the same issues. I'm gonna say this and I mean this with all respect, and it is coming from a place of love. So before the men say Shawty hate men, I think that a lot of times, you know, when girls are raised,
Mhm.
boys are loved. Okay, we are raised that you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to keep yourself together, you get on this job, do this. Boys are loved. Okay, let me get this for my baby, let me get this. Y'all are given some responsibility but not the same amount of responsibility, and it might be different houses, different houses, but just from what I see, my grandmother had 11 kids, my
Mhm.
other grandmother had 3. That's a whole bunch of grandchildren and children and all that stuff mixed in together. So this was what I saw. And so a lot of times, and then there's this perception that's been made that men are king, men are supposed to be the kings, y'all are supposed to be treated a certain way. You are. I agree with that wholeheartedly, that the man is supposed to be the lead. At the end of the day, everything is supposed to fall onto his shoulders. And as a woman, the woman in his life, you are supposed to support and add to. That doesn't mean that you follow. That doesn't mean that you're abusing. I think that's where it starts getting skewed. If a man say, "Well, I want to go buy this $100,000 Bentley," well, no, I'm sorry, $500,000 Bentley, and the woman say, "Well, now we need to get this Honda Accord over here because that's what we can afford." I want my car. Ah, la, 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 la. And it become all this over that, and you trying to hold me back. Nigga, we ain't got the money for this. You ain't looked at the bank account. And then when that's said, it's, oh, you disrespectful. You're not submitting. And that's an extreme example,
Right.
but it's like that. It's like men don't know how to just say, well, okay, let me listen to her. The woman that's put in your life for you, if because, and I'm a strong believer of this, because the Bible say a man finds a wife. So if you found your wife, because when you meet a chick, if this is the one or not, you already know what you want to do with her, what place you're gonna put her. So if this is the one that you found, that you say, okay, I'm gonna marry this girl at whatever point, then understand that she's there to help you and to make you better. She ain't there to hurt you. And I think a lot of that happens. So that's where the side chick come in. Because so your wife said no, you can't buy this Bentley. Now you over here talking to Sally Sue, who on the outside looking in, and she just want to ride in a Bentley. She ain't got no Bentley money, no Bentley maintenance money. And yo, baby, yeah, you the best. Your wife is stupid. And if you come over here to me, I do this, I do that, I do that.
And I do it again.
Then you get over there with Sally Sue, and Sally Sue don't know how to make no money. All she know how to do is spend money and look cute. And then
Now
you looking crazy.
I will take umbrage to something you said about we trying to find a wife. That is not our end goal all the time.
No, I didn't say you trying to. I said when you find one and you say, oh, okay, this is her. No, I'm not saying no, because I don't think that men go out. and turn 18 and say, I want a wife. Nah,
Yeah,
that ain't.
I damn
Mm-mm.
sure ain't finna be pulling up to the club going, man, you know what? Tonight I'm gonna find my wife. Like never, 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 ever, ever.
No, I don't. I don't think that.
I don't think that ever happens. I don't think that ever happens. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and find me a wife tonight when we go out here to this club and get to drinking and they start running back that ass up and I'm gonna find me a wife right when midnight hit and they play back that ass up. I'm gonna find my wife tonight. That's not happening. No, I'm sorry, it's not happening. Uh, but I do take umbrage to the statement of boys are loved and girls are what was it
Raised.
raised. I take umbrage with that because you come from a generation where y'all were raised. That you can't say the same thing is happening in this generation. I mean, I'm look. What's always great about this show, and I think this is what's great about our dynamic is Shani is a female chauvinist and I'm a male feminist.
What? What
Shani,
you say?
Shani is a female chauvinist and I am a male feminist because I think different. I think I'm of the opinion I've sort of rethought on this over the years as far as this whole leadership thing. And the thing is, with this situation with my family and my wife and my kid, you know, if I make the decision, if I decide to say I'll make an executive decision and the family doesn't agree with it, it's not going. Nobody's gonna be happy in this motherfucker. All right, nobody's gonna be happy except me. I might be the only person that's happy. Everybody else gonna be mad about the decision that I made. So
Right.
I made a conscious decision to say, my wife is my equal. She's my partner. We make these decisions together. As yes, there's going to come a moment where one of us is going to have to make the call. If it comes down to it, like this Tyler situation, we sat down for weeks and flew out to L.A. Like that. I was telling people that was the whole point of my LA trip was for us to go sit out here and assess the situation and discuss it together as a couple and figure out is this the best move for us as a unit moving together. And we came to the decision that yes, it would be. Yes, it benefits. Yes, it benefits my career, but at the same time, I have a family to think about, and that's why I think we changed. I think that's where the dynamic needs to start changing in relationships. Is the fact that we need to get off this you in charge, you in charge, you in charge stuff. We have to be more of a partnership and equal in making decisions. And
I agree, but a lot of times with men, and that's all I deal with is men in relationships like that. But um, you could say that to them. Like I could tell a man, I could say, hey, that's probably not the best thing for us to do. Maybe we should do this. And it becomes, you think you know everything. And so, you know what I started doing? I started letting people walk in their own holes.
right, right.
When you drop all in the hole, well, why you ain't tell me? I mean, well, when I try to tell you that, I think I know everything.
Mhm.
I don't know everything, but I mean, some things I can just sit down. I think I'm very good at analyzing the situation and, saying, okay, sometimes I'm not.
Right,
Sometimes somebody got to tell me, Shawnee, that ain't really what you want to do.
right.
And it's up to me to listen to them. So when in a male female relationship, a lot of times the man's stubborn. He don't. Y'all got so much pride. I mean, it's like, dude, if I'm here with you in any capacity, if you my homeboy, you my man, you whatever capacity is, if I've said there's some type of relationship, not necessarily us dating or romantic,
Mhm.
anything I say to you is coming from a place of love.
Right.
Not because I'm trying to tear you down or I think that you stupid or you don't know what you doing. It's
But that again, that comes back to how we were brought up, depending on how you were raised. Like you,
again.
but like you say, but men, but some men are raised with that entitlement because they're going off of what they may have seen from that past, from the wife and the mother saying be submissive to the man, and then you get into this generation of millennials and they're looking at it like, well, shit.
But submissive doesn't mean that you surrender all. It doesn't mean that. It's just like this. When y'all go on these jobs, y'all submissive to y'all boss.
Mm,
You do whatever your boss or corporate tell you got to do. You're gonna do it, and you're gonna do it with no questions asked. Now you might call your homegirl or whoever and complain about it. And
Right.
if you can be submissive with your job to help them make millions while they give you maybe six figures, maybe you making $80,000 a year. You mean to tell me this person that you have as a life partner, you can't just say, all right, let's figure out the same way you had that little board meeting at work and y'all sit down and come up with a plan. Sit down and come up with a plan. Stop all that complaining and arguing in a darn relationship. This is supposed to be your safe haven.
Right. Your peace. That's
Yes.
be his peace.
Be her peace. Be my peace. Don't come with all that drama. Don't nobody want to hear that. Especially when you have to, because I hear people say this all the time to me, Shani, I don't see how you do all of that. Last night was one of those nights where I felt what they felt because I worked all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to answer everybody's call, make sure I get everybody's stuff done that they need. Plus, I'm a mom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got to take them together. And they done had an argument. I'm sitting here working, and all of a sudden I hear, "That's my toothbrush. You brushing your teeth with." And I'm like,
Rage. What?
what is going? Give me my toothbrush. This is my toothbrush. Don't put your teeth on my toothbrush. I'm like, it's New Year's Eve, y'all, and this is my life.
Oh my goodness. They argue. I'm still laughing at them arguing over toothbrush. Don't touch my. You put your teeth is on my toothbrush.
She brushing her teeth with my toothbrush. And I'm thinking, why did she use her sister's toothbrush? And the answer was, well, I can't find mine. What? How the hell you lose your toothbrush?
Well, that sounds like it was a wild New Year's Eve at the house. Nah, it's well, speaking of my New Year's Eve, big shout out. I want to give a quick shout out to the Platinum Players Zydeco Band out of Houston, Texas. Big shout out to them. Great show last night at Cheese Sports Grill. We had a great time last night. And shout out to everybody that came out and braved the elements and COVID to come party with us last night. It was a good time. We kept it light and breezy, got up out of there. But definitely keep your eyes out on the Platinum Steppers, the Platinum Players. I'm sorry. I keep wanting to call
like y'all was stepping?
Nah, it's the Platinum Players. Zydeco Band. We had a great time last night on New Year's Eve at Cheese Sports Grill. Big shout out to everybody at Cheese. Once again, thank you for the great 2020 that we had over there. Because I remember we was talking about that last night. Me and you talked about this at the start of before COVID hit. We were talking about having talk shows and events and.
Oh yeah, Chiefs, yeah. They
It'll
still want to do it?
Well, with COVID and stuff, yeah, they still want to do things, but with COVID and all this other stuff, impacting a lot of what's going on out here. Because we was just talking about how the momentum was building, how crazy it was. Like, I just checked my Facebook memories and saw how crazy we was on New Year's Eve at the same time last year, and it was like, wow, what a difference a year makes. So, but shout out to Chief, shout out to Tierra and Chief. I appreciate y'all last night. Thank y'all so much for having me. We'll be back doing it again real soon. But also, rest in peace to another hip hop legend we lost yesterday. Not yesterday. He's been months. MFDOOM, also known as Zevlov X Doomsday, a whole bunch of different names, all caps. Passed away back in October on Halloween. But his family just now put out information on New Year's Eve.
You think he really did?
Oh, most definitely. I don't think they would lie anything about that. But
on
that was
Halloween. I mean, the irony of him dying on Halloween of all days.
It was on brand. And then not telling nobody for 3 months until New Year's Eve until the year was out. That's pretty much been MFDOOM's brand. If you follow his music, if you're familiar with his music and what kind of rapper he was, that was on brand. So rest in peace to MFDOOM, man. Just sad news. I can't think of any big songs that you can probably remember him from, but one third song you probably do remember him from was the Gas Face from Third Base. back in the 80s, late 80s,
80s.
early 90s. He was the third guy rapping on that song from a group called KMD. Zev Love X, MFDOOM, rest in peace. Hip hop heads are in mourning today as we lost a lot of rappers in 2020, man. A lot of rappers we lost. That's just we talked about this earlier. Mo 3,
Yeah, and that was awful how they did that boy.
Mo 3 was one of the rappers we lost. So many rappers we lost, man. I got a list right here, man. It's just so many besides Mo 3 that we lost in 2020. Pop Smoke, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. He passed away this year. King Von. There was a young up and coming rapper. I don't know if you heard his song. He was probably next up. Shani, if you ever heard of this King Von young person.
I didn't. I mean, when it happened, I got a phone call from somebody and they were telling me about it.
Fifth Ward Weeby, rest in peace. He passed away early this year in January. Who else, man? Just so many MCs we lost this year. Fred the Godson. You remember Huey? He did the song Pop Lock and Drop It.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, no, I didn't know that.
He was shot and killed on June 25th of last year.
Oh wow.
Lots of, like I said, lots of rappers that didn't make it, man, and that's unfortunate. But hopefully y'all boys learn to stay peaceful in 2021 and recognize that this rap shit ain't worth losing your life over.
No, y'all need to watch the movie Soul.
Oh yes, so you finally sat down and watched it.
I watched it last Sunday when I was at Action's house. We watched it and I was upset because I thought it was gonna be about something else. I thought it was just gonna be a music cartoon and something for kids. This was heavy. I didn't feel like answering all them questions about that. I was like,
What was heavy about it? I mean, what was heavy about it?
okay, for an adult, no, but this is a Disney movie. But what was pointed out to me is that it's Disney Pixar. And if it's Disney Pixar, y'all gonna have to think.
Yes.
But once it went into like that whole death, your soul is hanging in this middle world, and I don't feel like explaining that. And I saw this YouTube video of this pastor and his son was on this other pastor show. Y'all can look this up on YouTube. Just type in "visiting heaven and hell." So the son, who was like, he looked like he about 25 or something, said, well, the daddy said, I can't remember what happened to the boy, but he was trying to get his son to the hospital because he was sick or something, and his son like kind of passed out, and then the demon started talking to him in the car, and the dad was like, I just had to hurry up and get there, and I was speeding through traffic. And the son says, while all of that was going on, that his body, he felt himself go to hell. And he said the fall, like it's just a ongoing fall, and everything just starts to get hot, but not like hot on the outside, but hot inside your body, like the inside of your body start burning, and it feel like you on fire. And he said all you hear is all this screaming and these people moaning, and it's just hot, and it's just like you there for eternity, and you can feel yourself burning. And then he said all of a sudden something happened, and he started going up, ascending up, and he went to heaven, and he saw God, and God was just a big bright light, and beside him was a lamb, and it was just peaceful. But he said, now this is what got me.
Okay.
When he said this, he said, well, when all of this happens to you, you instantly forget everything that you know.
Interesting.
Okay, but you went through all this and you came back, and now you remember everything that you know. So I was like, okay.
It's been said that due to the relentless drilling of religion and their description of hell and heaven and all this other stuff, that when you die, you can subconsciously go to one of these places based on that. But it sounded like, because the way it sounded like to me, it sounded like he was like when he died, it was like somebody at the gates of heaven or somebody whoever's in charge of where your soul go was like, go ahead, throw him in hell. Wait, hurry up, wait, that's my bad. Bring him back, bring him back.
Like that man in Soul that was going through all of them file cabinets.
Right.
Just like that. Yeah.
like that's what it sounds like to me. And it
I
doesn't.
found him. Go get him. Oh, we gonna give you a second chance.
Right. Like, okay, champ. Like maybe they based the movie so off of his story, because I'm sitting there listening to this and I'm just sitting there. And for starters, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? For starters, it sounded like somebody just. It sounded like you was on your way to hell, and then somebody at the last minute said, "You know what? Wait, not him. Like we made a file. We had a filing mix up." like.
Yeah, I mean, but he on there telling his story. You can look for it on YouTube.
You telling me that the omnipresent God, our creator, all of a sudden makes mistakes? Because that's what he's telling us.
But now, because in Soul, it wasn't God that made the mistake.
I'm not talking about soul. I'm talking about this particular person that you're talking about with this video and this story about visiting heaven and hell. You're basically, he's basically putting I guess a wrench in religious doctrine, which says that the Most High is infallible. He don't make no mistakes. But it sounds like he made a mistake and he's trying to correct it in your particular case.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
That's what I think. That's what I got out
I
of
don't
it.
think that's what he's saying, because the angels, I guess, had to go get him out of hell and bring him to heaven.
Now, who wants that assignment?
Well, according to that movie Soul, it's a whole bunch of people that got that assignment.
But you saw there was no hell in Soul. There was no mention of a hell that you're going.
Yes, it is, because when the Jamie Foxx character got to the place where the people look like question marks, and them little things, the little bitty souls, and he said, "Am I in hell?" And they said, "Hell, hell, hell, hell." And then she explained what hell was.
No, I thought she said something different. I didn't hear a explanation, because I didn't think they put hell in a Disney Pixar movie.
She explained it like real quick. She glanced over, but them little things, you don't remember them little souls hollering hell, 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 hell.
I remember that part, but I don't remember what she said was hell afterwards, or what she described that. It probably was something slick and funny and
yeah, and that's why I'm saying. That's why I was like, when I watched this movie, I was like, I don't feel like talking about all this, because it's gonna be 50 million questions.
it wasn't that many questions, because the overall gist of the movie,
Maybe it wasn't that many questions in your house.
there wasn't no questions in my house.
Okay, in my house, that's something different.
Okay, give me some of the questions that they asked.
And I have to answer all of that. Like, well, what happened when we die? And if we die, will we be able to do that? When we died, it's like, why we talking about when y'all gonna die?
Right, exactly. Y'all missed the gist of the movie then, because
that's what I'm saying. These are kids. It's a Disney movie. Disney puts these movies out that have these. I'm sorry, Disney Pixar puts these movies out with these storylines that are too heavy for kids. As parents, we allow our kids to watch the Disney Channel or Disney Plus, thinking that it is a safe place. After Frozen, I had to take all TVs out the room.
Wait, what?
I'm like, because whatever they watch, I need to be sitting right there with them.
What happened with Frozen though?
Oh Lord, Frozen had so many adult innuendos, it was ridiculous. And actually, with that one, I took them to the movie theater. I'll never forget this. We went to the movie theater to see it. They might have been 2 and 3 or 3 and 4, something like that. I think they were probably 2 and 3.
Right.
And when Elsa is the Ice Queen, so Anna met the man, and they were going to try to get Elsa, and he was talking about he had a girl, but he liked her, and and Anna was saying, yeah, he got somebody, but I'm here. I'm like, that is a whole side chick thing. Ain't nobody. And that's how you plant that, like, it's okay. That basically, you don't see it as a problem. But subconsciously that's a problem because they'll refer back to that. It's like one time when I think Carly was I think she was in the first grade. And they send the little papers home with the smiley face, the smiley face. Okay, well they had colors. And black was on there.
Of
And
course.
if you got black, that meant you had a bad day. And I went up to that school and I said, this has to change right now because you are subconsciously telling all of these kids that black is bad. Because if they get a black face, that means it's bad.
Right. Absolutely.
And they were like, oh, Miss Scott, we never thought about it. You mean to tell me that you 50 years older than me and it never occurred to you? Okay, there are 3 universal colors: red, yellow, green. Red means stop everywhere in the world. Yellow means slow down everywhere in the world. Green means go. So use red, yellow, and green. Take the black off. Don't use no brown, tan, peach, none of that. So
No way.
subconsciously, Disney be.
Well, I can understand your position as a mother of daughters on why Frozen would be disturbing to you. If that's the case, I understand that case. But with Soul, again, I got the gist of the movie is, and I hope most young people get the gist of it is, you don't waste your time here on this planet. Don't waste your existence. But live it up. Go after whatever it is that you want to pursue and dream of. Because you never know if you check out. You never. That's the thing I got out of it. You never know when you're gonna check out.
Yeah, we get that out of it, but you still got to answer them questions.
I understand.
You can't just tell the kid, okay, well, don't worry about that you thinking about. This is what you focus on. Because they got well, why? Well, why? Well, what happened if this? Well, why this? Well, what about this? And you can't tell your kids, shut up, like you want to. You can't say, stop asking me questions.
Damn question. Watch the movie. We trying to watch the movie here. You asking all these existential questions of life right about now. Just watch the damn movie and figure it out.
No, you can't tell them that. You got to give them some guidance. So
I understand.
That was my only thing with it, but I'm going to watch it again and try, because now I know what's going to happen. But when that happened, I was like,
I think
wait a minute, what?
I think you got too mentally invested in it. I think that's what it is. I started to get mentally, like in situations like that, I did start to get mentally invested in making sure that they covering certain aspects of things. But then I was like, it's just a movie, relax. And I sat down and let it play out because I started having questions somewhere in the middle of it. And I was like, nah, let's let this play out. I ain't gonna ask no questions. I ain't gonna sit down and just let it play out.
Well, I just thought it was gonna be about music because they play the piano, the flute. The Cameron is on the drums. She's learning the guitar now. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, we got a thing, and I've been teaching Carly how to play Furry Elise on the piano. Right. So, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is right on time. This is going to be about a jazz band and da-da-da. And I'll be damn.
Walk away thinking about your mortality.
I be a monkey's uncle, honey. I said they could have sold me for a wooden nickel on this one.
Girl, let's get up out of here though on this New Year's Day. It's been an hour. We've been jamming with y'all, and we appreciate y'all for checking in with us today. Happy New Year to Charles Shaw and everybody checking in with us.
Yes, Charles Shaw.
Don't forget to download the Media Room 360 app. Like right now.
Yeah, go down right now.
Go download the app. You can watch this show back live and catch us on Facebook Live and everywhere else. Audio podcasts available on SoundCloud, Spotify, and everywhere else on the Melz and the M.I.C podcast channel. I'm back on the radio this afternoon. 2 radio stations, 2 cities. Lake Charles. I'm on 107 Jams this afternoon, 2 to 7. And then I'm back on my home station at the all-new 107.3 Kiss FM from 2 to 6 today. All right, so
you don't voice track for B or Kiss and Temple Colleen?
No.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were still on there too.
Nuh-uh. They still paying me though. Shout out to Desmond Graham. Y'all still hear me on Kiss. Even though I left the station, y'all, everybody, how you still on the radio station? Well, big shout out to Desmond Grand Realtors. They cutting the check. They say they still want your boy to still endorse their products. So that's what I'm going to do. Shout out to Desmond Grand Realty in Killeen, Fort Hood, Texas. If you need to sell a home in the Killeen, Fort Hood market, go check with my friend Desmond Graham. Black owned real
What's
estate.
up, Des?
Desmond Graham. Go to soldbydez.com. Wait, it's January 1st. I probably don't need to be saying that no more. But
it's good. Show him some love. Yeah, that's fine. Show him some love.
And let's get it on. All right, Tom Jones ain't got nothing on me. I wish I appreciate it. B.O.B. B.O.B. Shout out to B.O.B. man, back on these airways as well. At Wild 94.1. It's good to see you back on these airways, my brother. I told you keep pushing it. He was going. I think. Look, we gonna win on this radio game.
Yeah. Drop if y'all got an app or your station, drop it in there, Byron.
But shout out to all the radio fam out there, all the radio peeps out there. We appreciate y'all for checking in with us. But what you got, Shani? What you got on deck?
Listen, I gotta work. I gotta work.
That's
When I
all.
get up here, I gotta finish editing this project for a school. I'll tell you guys about it once I get it done. But tonight you can catch me on Big Bink's Break Room. We'll be right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Apple TV, or your phone. You can download the app. Download the Media Room 360 app, and a lot of good stuff coming in 2021. So just stay close.
Yeah, stay close. And we appreciate y'all. Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe. Oh, yeah. Shout out to B.O.B. Wild941.com. And, of course, everywhere else. And, yeah, he's got his own radio station, too. WBOB, the website right there.
Okay. Keep up with him.
And we will see you guys back here on Monday.
Yeah, we made it a whole week.
I know, right? Consistently. Look at us. And we going to do it again.
And I do it again.
We see y'all next week, y'all. And enjoy the stimulus money. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and do what you need to do to protect yourself from that Rona. And download the Media Room 360 app. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
Peace, y'all.